Hi there, Cancer. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of January 31st through February 6th of 2021. Okay, so let's just see from all your angels, your guardian angels, all the archangels. Let's see what they are wanting to tell you for this week. So we've got some of the cards out now, and we'll just wait for the rest of them here. Okay, looking pretty good so far. It's well, we'll wait till the other cards come out. There we go. One more. Just need one more. And no, there's a whole bunch that just fell, but that's not one. There it is. Okay. A whole bunch fell again, but one fell differently. First, it was first. All right. Okay, so here you go. It looks like almost like a bit of a challenging week for you, but it's turning out fine. It's ending fine. So you can start off knowing that. So to start with, let yourself be quiet. Let yourself embrace that quiet. It feels like something that you're not really accustomed to, however this is turning out. Now, a lot of times this kind of means, spend some time meditating and just being quiet in your own thoughts and stuff like that. And that's usually true, but it feels like for some of you, this is a different kind of quiet than you're used to. It's almost like at home it's more quiet than usual, or at work it's quiet. It's different. It's like the external around you is quiet compared to what this usually means, which is to get your internal quiet, right? So they're both applicable, I think, this time. It just feels like your surroundings are different from normal. Like, so maybe somebody's away, or something like that. Maybe you're the one who's away and you're spending more time alone than you're used to. Either way, embrace that. Let it be a good thing. Just let yourself feel what it's like to just be yourself, hanging out with yourself, Yeah, for some of you, it's not that you're unfamiliar with that. You do that, but let yourself know, like, be really honest with yourself about what you think about it and what you feel about it, and whatever it is. The topic could be the being alone. It could be a different topic. How you're doing, how you're feeling about how you're doing. Let yourself have this quiet time to really get introspective about that. Okay, so it ended up with that kind of the same message, but it came around it from a different direction. That was interesting. Okay, so what you're doing, take it one step at a time. You're doing just fine. Everything is going just fine. It's feels like it's difficult for you, or it's a bit challenging, or you're tired or something like that, but you can do it. Just You don't need to see the end result just yet, but it's fine. It's totally fine. If you just, keep going, don't stop moving, things are going to fall into place. It'll start to flow better. Which, at the beginning, it's going to be kind of like a hard slog, like hard to get that next step going. But pretty soon, it feels like pretty soon it's going to become like it'll gain its own momentum, and it'll just be easier. But to start with, it's one step at a time. Okay, and you're doing fine. You're doing fine. Okay. There's a challenge of some kind. It seems to me that you've had this card recently, like within the last month or 2 months. Stand your ground. So whatever it is, don't give in just because there's somebody who wants to put pressure on you, right? You are your own self. You know what's best for you, right? And there's, it feels like number one, you're not alone. And number two, there's really excellent reasons for what you feel and what you are doing. What I can't quite grasp it. It's a little bit of an odd energy. And it's not even that reasons are important. But you will be tempted to try and put things into words. So keep calm, and don't get defensive, don't get aggressive, but just have firm boundaries. When people want to push against that, just don't let them. And you don't have to be a jerk about it. You don't have to be angry about it or upset in any way. You just have to be firm. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure that whole story came through. It's muddy, that message. It's like some of you're feeling defensive about that. You're feeling some angst about that, and you don't need to. It's you may need to explain it though. Not everybody. Some of you may need to explain it though. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so the question that you're asking, the answer is definitely yes. For sure. Yeah, there's no doubt. So what is your question? Whether you should do something, whether something or other is going to turn out okay, or, if this is a good thing for you. Yeah, yes, it is. It's beautiful. It's perfect. The answer to your question is a strong yes. So it feels really good. So just keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. It's all good. Okay. And so, there's something that you'll have to, though, let go of. And it feels like something like a concept, something that you've wanted, something that is different now than it used to be. And so the new way of it being, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that you've happened to hold on to the picture of how it used to be. And you just don't need to, because there's nothing wrong with the new way. Right? Like it's like you just don't like change. And so when you try to cling to the old way, all you do is make it so that it's harder on you to embrace the change, to get along smoothly in it. There's nothing wrong with the change. It's only your reluctance to switch it up. So check your own self, check your energy, make sure that you're not dragging your feet or digging in your heels when you don't need to. It's a different topic than this. The standing your ground, that's a personal thing. That's, your boundaries. This feels like it's just kind of progress. Things do change. They are not static, and thank God, because as soon as something stops changing, then it stops growing, and then it dies. So you want this to grow. Okay. All right. And it's worth waiting for. Like everything that's happening for you this week, one step at a time, and standing your ground and letting go of the old. It's all worth waiting for. So, there's something that you've been asking. It feels like something you've been asking for or wanting it to become like something, and it hasn't happened yet, but it's coming. It is definitely coming, and it's worth waiting for. You will get along just fine in between now and then, and it feels like it's not very far away. You just have a little bit of a transition period to go through between now and then, and While you could skip the transition period and leap right into this, what you've been waiting for, it's easier on you if you take the transition period. Okay, alrighty. So here we have the daily guidance cards with one last message. Yeah, be honest with yourself. So, I don't know, I was kind of getting this at some point during the reading that there's things that you know in the very back of your mind. You know that that's the better way for it to be, or that you're the one getting in your own way, or that you need to change it up. Just stop being so stubborn. And you know that, but you have not fully acknowledged it. It's easier to be the victim. It's easier to blame somebody else, but you need to get out of that mindset, and just be honest with yourself, and then allow things to go as they go. No blaming, not even yourself. I mean, there's no blame involved. It's just allowing what you actually feel and what you actually know to be part of your main story, right? Okay, alrighty. Well, an interesting week for you, Cancer. And so I just want you to know how much I appreciate you for being here and how much I love you. And I will see you next week.